Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am reviewing Alchemist, or the Mist token. So this is a top-down view of the project according to my map analysis. And I'll get right into it. So what problem or market does this project currently solve? So it has several products that are associated with the Mist ecosystem, the Alchemist ecosystem. Copper, Sandwiched, Crucible, and Mist X. Mist X is where you can expect the token to appreciate, because that's the one that I found where the token is tied to the success of the platform, as well as some things with Copper. So what is Copper? Copper is a platform for fair launch projects. So like what it does is it ensures that bots don't beat you to like getting into the project, and it's a liquidity pools that are smart pools that are launched and user friendly to use for launching projects that are associated with the Alchemist ecosystem. It is, these auctions are fair launch so that you can get on the ground floor on new tokens. I couldn't see any use for the token, the Mist token, associated with this service provided. But that's what, from when I looked at it, or I couldn't find any stated use of the Mist token in their documents. But what it is it's fractionalized NFTs. And so like these are two of the important people that are associated with fractionalized NFTs. And they're associated with the service provided and building it out. These are the developers that I found associated with this service. And so far, some of the tokens have been highly successful launches that have made people money. One of I'm going to be straightforward. One of the best resources for finding information about this project was Chico Crypto. I suggest you check out his channel if you're interested in this project, and because he talks about this project regularly. And another service that they provided was Sandwich. This one is a free service provided as well. And what it basically does is it shows you connect your Ethereum account to it, the one that you use for trading on DEXs, and it will show you how much money has been taken from you from front running or miner extractable value from people front running your trades. And for me, it was $14,000 that has been stolen from me for using DEXs. So that is the account that I use to look at it. As well as Crucible, which is a subscription rewards. So this one just shows you what's happened. This is fair launch. This one just shows it, and both of those don't have any cost effect on Mist. But Crucible is another one. It's subscription rewards, store tokens securely. It's like a wallet. Connects, has some relationships like Ampleforth, Mass, Q, Alchemist, rewards, etc. And they have $41 million locked in those services, and you could lend out your tokens and pools, etc. for incomes. Like you could store ERC20s, Uniswap version 2 pools, stake NFTs, and use them for yield. NFT Crucible is a universal vault, multiple reward programs. So basically that's what it is. It's just a relationship type thing for making yield on your NFTs or tokens. Now, Mist X is the one that I think is where most of the value proposition for the Mist token comes from. And what that is trading on Uniswap or SushiSwap without front running or miner extractable value. What that is bots front running your orders. So what they do is you're going to put in an order. Someone puts in a buy right here. It knocks the price up, and then they put in a sell. When they put so it's your order. You put in an order, right? And then a bot runs up in front of it. So the bot orders it, and that knocks the price up. So your order ends up right here. And then they put in your order, so your order knocks it up, and then they sell it to you at a higher price, and there's this delta of price from them front running you. So they knock up the price first. So you're putting in an order, they knock it up right here first, then your order goes through and it knocks up from your order, and then they sell it to you, and that distance is what they make as a profit. And you're paying that premium that they put in to front run you. That's what this missed X helps prevent, which helps you save some money. And if your contract doesn't execute it, you don't get charged for it, which that is awesome as well. And it has a constant fee charge for this service. So this service actually does have a charge, and it has 200 million in volume right now. I would think that all the volume on these DEXs would eventually move through Miss X, but it's probably just that people are not aware of this service, including myself. I didn't know that I could use the service, but hey, why not? If it turns out that I can get more tokens through Mist X than 1inch or Uniswap, I'm going to go ahead and use Mist X. And I also know that if I'm putting in large orders, I could be protected. There's 5 developers associated with this. And what they do is the miners tip the Crucible or Ardell, and the Ardell is the benefits holders of Mist, this All Ardell benefit pool. And they also say that they're always looking for ways to add value to the Mist holder, which is the token we care about for this review. And this is a money. So far, the things that I noticed, the money-making services were their IPOs and their Mist X, and I'm sure people have made money from these as well. All right, so that is the services provided associated with this project. Now let's get into the in-depth analysis. So regarding the price performance, yes, I think that this thing will, let me get this thing going. I think that, yes, there's likely future price performance in the future for this thing. Now, regarding the value of the target market is large. It could be added to any DEX, and basically it's miner extractable value or bots front running, NFT staking, and current addressed issues with solve. So one of the things I will say about this market that they're addressing is it is a multi-billion-dollar market that they are solving. But these current projects are solved on many other projects like Polkadot and also Telos, etc. Like a lot of these second layers have this issue solved as well. But they could always shift their services to be on top of any DEXs. But as far as how big that market for miner extractable value is, and even IDO market, I think that that market is a vastly competitive market and shrinking market. So I put this as a yellow for how large the market is for this, at least right now. And I'll get into, why I have this on yellow as well regarding their future plans. Actually, let me get into that. Or here, I'll just keep going, expanding. All right, so what is the token used for? It is a reward and coordination mechanism. It is for developers, managers, liquidity providers, and it also is counsel on Discord and fees from MistX, the bot protection service. So that is where the token gets a lot of its yield and benefits from. So it's kind of like a dividend from that service provided. Regarding social media, it's been pushed on YouTube. A lot of people are aware of it, but it is still relatively early. Reason I put it's not before first marketing campaign is because Chico Crypto's been talking about it. He's got a lot of followers, over 250,000, but I have not seen the token show up many other locations, and the numbers are low on many of the other locations. His channel is the one by far that's been pushing it that I have seen, so I put it that it's relatively low on the social media spectrum, which is a good thing. Regarding major upcoming events, it is likely to have a Uniswap integration, which is very likely, according to Chico Crypto's research, and I happen to agree that that event will be likely. So that means that billions of dollars could potentially move through the platform, and the fees associated with that Mist X could then benefit the Mist holders. So that could lead to price performance from that action right there. So that means that price, that means that price FOMO is a likely possibility, and that also means money needed to move up decreases, as well as token on the sell side do decrease. Token supply distribution is relatively good. However, the inflation is really high. The inflation is 26%. but if you're part of the pool, which earns part of the inflation, it is a 12% against you towards other uses that they decide to use it for. According to them, their governance is through Discord, and it is the people who participate in the ecosystem who are part of governance. That's as far deep as I could read in their docs. So I put that it needs long-term dedication to counter the inflation, and because they have no roadmap, and they've even stated in their Telegram and their website they will never make a roadmap, that is why I have put that is uncertain that inflation will be a bad thing in the future. The negative effects of inflation require continued support by the dev team to continually have value added over time to overcome that 12% inflation that you will feel even if you are a participant. If you have your tokens and you just hold them in a wallet and it's not staked in their pools and you're not getting that yield, that inflation yield, then you're actually seeing a negative 26% inflation against you. And the way it works is there's 1% inflation every 2 weeks, which is about 27% APY or 12% loss annually to those who hold it in the pool. 50% go to that ALUDEL, I don't know how to pronounce this, ALUDEL pool. That is where you would most likely store your Alchemist tokens, your Mist tokens, if you want to appreciate that added tokens to circulation. The other 25% of that 27% goes to community multi-sig, which is their governance on Discord. And that's multi-sig controlled by community contributors, and the Mist Treasury for funding future development. So yeah, there's a significant amount of inflation for future interest of the project. So low market cap, I put that it's a neutral market cap. It is 160 million diluted market cap, and the price is $141 at this video. I saw that it dropped down a little bit after I did this video, but it's about 120, 140, etc. That's where its price is roughly right now. Price action hasn't been too crazy, so I put that as neutral. It is up 3x in 2 months. But it's been mostly sideways since its inception, and then the average for a year is 9x, but this one's been mostly sideways. So that's neutral price action. The service provided MistX has 200 million in users. That is exponential growth. That's the kind of thing you want to see in an investment. And the niche is currently live, which is Sandwich, MistX, and the things I talked about earlier. Specifically MistX and their token IDO platform. There is no fees that burn the tokens that I could find. I could not find anything on that. Major onboard for this. Okay, so regarding a major onboard, I'd say there's a very strong chance that there is a Uniswap login. And the exact video for that is from my sources is Chico Crypto's view on September 30th. You can look at the 5-minute mark for that, and I highly suggest you do that, where he basically did some great research showing that they're likely to be integrated in the Uniswap, which means that billions of dollars could move through this token, and it could see some short-term price effect from that. So that would be a network effect, and leading to no tokens per person to go down, etc., leading to this green pathway right here to the ultimate conclusion. Now, regarding governance for this project, it is centralized because there's few people in control of it, but there is a Telegram community that is managed by, but it is low on the degree of decentralization right now. And those who contribute on Discord control multi-sig funds. There are 6 at the time of this review, and 2 of the ones that are worth mentioning are a core dev from Ampleforth and a co-founder of SushiSwap. So 0x Makey and Brandonalis are those 2 core devs. And by the way, I will say that there's significant talent associated with this project. These developers are talented people. So you could say that they're trustworthy in that these are highly talented people, and you could just trust them from the sense that they're talented. Regarding the evaluation of them, impressive achievements. They're highly impressive achievements of the team because they come from things like Ampleforth, and they come from the founder of this comes from the project Numerai. But to get into what Numerai is, they say there's no dev team, but in reality, there's a dev team that supports it. But they say there's no, this is just their general statements, no company and no claims on the future, right? So that's one of the things that I think is a negative, is the no claims on the future. But they do have highly talented people with this. The main architect is the Go step. Machine learning staked in Numeri NMR token to earn rewards for performance and predictions of stock markets or crypto, etc. And they get paid for how well their predictions are. So it's an incentive mechanism for generating AI models. And you get to keep that model without it, but you can put out the results without exposing your model, and you can keep your proprietary work. And another project is Erasure, which is an insure quant stock picking type back. So this is basically keeping your models, your data science, and your skin in the game theory or good game theory mechanics and AI. So the founder of this has quite a background that is good. Regarding, he's wealthy, understanding valuable information, and straightforward. Those are all characteristics of trustworthy people. Regarding the CEO score, this project says there's no CEO, but basically the guy who architected it is still associated, and he has strong developer experience, project experience, intelligence, and game theory. So I put him as a pretty good skill level from a founder's standpoint, because he has excellent resume regarding these things. Now, I couldn't find $1 billion startup, but Numerar I could count as that because it's such a good project, as something with very strong reviews. All right, or a background for, what are they capable of. Strategic partners and backers. So like I said, Uniswap version 3, Uniswap in general, that is likely to happen. And so the evidence that the team is trustworthy is up there. Now, regarding the vision, here's something I think is a red thing. They say our philosophy, the only plan is there is no plan, and that's right on their website, meaning that there is no vision. And it's a council on Discord, and the long-term, what's their long-term commitment? How can I honestly believe that they're going to have long-term commitment to this, like the long-term vision with this project, when they really say they don't have a vision? So I put that as negative. And that's why I come out with a neutral stance on how high the quality actions will be in the future, in the long run, which is usually the perspective, the 3 to 5 year. For this evaluation model, I come out neutral, expecting the decisions to be neutral, because I don't know if they're going to have that long-term commitment, precisely because they have no roadmap. Large business models, I don't expect that to have a strong demand on this token. I put that as pretty low. I did put high value upgrades as neutral. I don't know, long term. Value of services provided, neutral. Of course, you already have high value services right now, and it getting put on the Uniswap means that it could do well. But however, there is an unknown due to lack of roadmap. But at the same time, they have flexibility because they have no commitments. Developer motivation, they have funds as for inflation that goes to that, as you can see that I spoke about earlier. So they have the developers covered for funding into the future. They can compensate developers based on the inflation model. Developer experience, I put that as neutral because it's not a platform level type project. However, like the developer experience regarding modules, but I did see that the founder, is very good at pointing out that modularity in toolkits is excellent for developers to have. So, but I still put it as neutral because it's not a platform type thing. And there's only really 6 people associated with this project, or, about. Best option of the competition, for Ethereum, I'd say yes for that bot protection, and for on top of DEXs on Ethereum. So for that specific niche, I did put yes, it is the best. Regarding all these things, I don't think it has a good moat. I don't think it has a good flywheel, or that head-to-head. There, I couldn't find any head-to-head because it's irrelevant for this particular thing. But regarding a moat, I don't think it'll have a moat. I don't think it'll be protected from competition. It will be in Uniswap. Once again, that is very good. That could mean this thing could see significant price from that. Okay. User experience, I put that as good because, it's got that easy to use services right now. Regarding market cap or the funds per token holder, it's on the low end, which is good. First mover advantage, I put that as neutral, but there's so many different things coming up that are competitive to DEXs in general. Ethereum's DEXs will have a lot of competition, so I just put that as no. And then this stuff is not really relevant. So finally, to get into the overall top-down, low market cap with accomplished CEO, I put no. Early to social media, I put yes. Live niche, I put yes. Now the pros, extremely talented developer ecosystem, Uniswap integration likely and not priced in. So this is good for those looking for a short-term price gain, which is highly likely. Many valuable services provided. So these are good pros. The cons, lack of clear roadmap, lack of token power over governance, centralized decision-making by that few group of developers, and the project and so finally, one of the biggest cons is it's a project on a project. So you have Ethereum as this bottom layer, then you have a Uniswap as this layer, and then you have Mist sitting on top of that. These are both successful. Ethereum is successful and Uniswap is successful. So that means that Mist will be used and successful when integrated in Uniswap. However, this whole entire stack has a lot of competition up and coming. So how sure are we that Uniswap is going to continue to be used, or even ETH is going to be continuing to be used? Because I'm noticing that there's a lot of competition coming that may eat Ethereum's lunch. So that is another level of potential competition for this project. So it's a third layer of risk. So you have Ethereum's adoption as risk, you have Uniswap's layer of risk, and then this one on top of Uniswap. But once again, this project can be put on top of any DEX as a protection service, and they could provide that on their site and get the associated benefit of that service provided to the token. So it is possible that they do that. But that is my review. I hope to be neutral or the best information that I could provide. That is my assessment. If you like this kind of content, please like and subscribe. And finally, I will go over my patron conclusion on what I will be doing with this project regarding whether or not I will buy it for now. Later.